Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again with NOS-130. This is week 2. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the labs for this week. And we're going to be working with VMware Workstation and Server 2012. So what I've got, if you guys can see my desktop, I've got a Server 2012 Hyper-V OVA file that has I've configured 3 network cards on there and 5 hard drives. So you guys will be able to set up NIC teaming and your various RAID configurations. Alright, so going by Lab 2, Lesson 2 Lab. Okay, Lesson 2 Lab. Alright, you're going to configure the network connection, set the time zone, rename the computer, join a domain. Actually, you're going to rename the work group. We're not going to join a domain right now. Enable remote desktop, configure Windows update settings, and I've got specific ones you're going to do for that. This is all listed on Moodle, by the way. Alright, and then you're going to take a screenshot of each of those configuration changes and send me the screenshot. It can be one screenshot, more than likely it'll take a couple, but Control Print Screen, do a copy of your screen. You can crop it out, whatever you don't want to submit to me, paste that in a Word document, and you can put multiple screenshots in there. I think everybody's actually submitted screenshots like that, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, what you're going to do, I'm going to have this OVA file. I'll try to maybe put it on Moodle. I don't know if I can put it on Moodle. If not, I'll have it on the internal network where you guys can get to it. Alright, so what you want to do, you can open a virtual machine, which, let me make sure this is the right one. Right there. Alright, it's going to say the name for the new virtual machine. You can leave that the same if you want. Storage path for the new virtual machines. I'm actually going to make a folder on my desktop. Call it VMs. My initials. Alright, so let me browse to that. Desktop. Well, there it is down there. Alright. Alright, make sure that's right. McKee, desktop, VMs, cool. Alright, click import. Now, hopefully this OVA file, I've been having some issues with it, but hopefully it boots up correctly. When it comes up, it should automatically have all your login information. One thing though, I guess I didn't put this in here. It's going to come up with my username and password, capital P, password 1234. So capital P, password 1234 is the password. All right, you're going to go in there and you're actually going to change and add a account for yourself, and that is Lesson 3 lab, I believe. Look at it. Actually, I didn't even specify that in there. We'll do that another day, but just know that eventually you'll do that. Don't worry that it has my name, my username in there. All right, it works exactly the same as long as I have administrator rights. All right, so wait until that installs. Now this file is probably about 5.5 gigabytes. 5.33 gigabytes. Takes a little bit of time to install. Alright, but once this does it, it'll be good to go. Hopefully for probably the rest of the class and maybe even the NOS-230. Alright, so I'm going to let this do its thing. Alright, so OVA file is done installing. Took about 2 minutes. If you, I'm using my standard magnetic drive. If you guys use one of the solid-state drives that's on all your PCs in the lab, it should be a little bit faster. But just looking down here, I've added 7 additional hard drives, which gives you 8. I've added 2 more network cards so you can do NIC teaming on there. Let's go ahead and press power. Hopefully this thing's good to go. It should be. The username should be in McKee. And if you look at the bottom of VMware Workstation, it shows all your hard drives down there and your 3 network cards. Alright. Click on the tab, hit the Control-Delete. Okay, so password 1234 with a capital P. Should log me in. I was getting some errors on Server Manager, but I deleted out the it was like an XML file for all the remote servers. We're only operating one server from this Server Manager, so it's fine. All right. I like to stress this: file and storage services installed by default. I did go ahead and install the Hyper-V role because that has some issues since we're working with VMware. That's working. All right. What we're going to do is click local server. All right. And now get that where you guys can see everything. All right. So that's everything right there pretty much. Just do a little bit bigger. All right. So we look back at week 2. And that OVA file is way too big to put on Moodle, so I'll put it on one of the servers here. All right, so lesson 2 lab. First thing you want to do is change the network connection, configure the network connection right here. You can click on Ethernet 0. These other 2 ones, Ethernet cards, we're going to use for NIC teaming. All right, right click that, properties. Make sure you're on Ethernet 0. All right, go down here under Internet Protocol version 4. Click that. You want to change that 15 to a 230. All right. Click OK. Okay, exit out of that. All right, next thing we got to do is set the time zone. And I've put in here set the time zone to Pacific time. All right, so Pacific is right there, and it says UTC 8. Okay for that. That should update. Might take a second or two, or do a refresh. All right, next thing we want to do, rename the PC or the server. Click on computer name. All right, click to rename this computer, change its domain or workgroup, click change. All right, in here where it has NTM, that'll be your 3 initials. All right, you're going to join a domain. Actually, you're going to do under workgroup, you're going to make this your 3 initials. All right, so kind of like that. Those X's will be your 3 initials. It do its thing. It's taking a little time. Usually I'll just change just the computer name, or I'll change just the work group. I did that at the same time for you guys, but apparently it didn't like that. Let's see what it does. Alright, so welcome to the XXX work group. Alright, you'll need to restart your computer to apply these changes. If you click OK, it'll restart. Alright, I would restart it now. I'm going to restart later. Alright, next thing we're going to do is configure Windows Update settings, which right here, Windows Update. And it shows last installed updates or never. Alright, don't just turn that on. Let me choose my settings. Click the option, check for updates, but let me choose whether to download and install it. That's the selection you want. Click OK. It'll do its updates. After that's done, we want to go ahead and let's see, that's actually it. So that was pretty fast. Let this get done. One thing you'll see too though, see how my name hasn't changed yet? I put in XXX. That's not going to change until you guys do your restart. Alright, And what you can do, the Windows updates is going to take a little bit of time, so I just kind of like canceled it. As long as it shows check for updates only using Windows Update, I really don't care if you've actually downloaded any updates or checked for updates. All right, so pretty much you have 6 different things you need to do. This needs to be changed. Ethernet 0, time zone right here to Pacific. Rename the computer. Renamed it. Of course, it hasn't shown up yet. Got to do a restart. Join the domain. I changed the workgroup to my initials workgroup. Enable remote desktop. Actually, well, I missed that one. Remote desktop. This is why it's good to double check everything. All right. Allow remote users to connect to this computer. That is a security issue, so just understand you're doing that. All right. Give it a second. It should refresh. All right. Enabled. That's one of those things you have to set up. All right. Configure Windows Update settings. That's done right there. And then finally, what you can do is do a screenshot of this screen. All right. Make sure everything's updated though. Do your restart first. And everything's on there. You're good to go. All right. And thanks for watching. I'll do another quick video on the Lesson 3 lab.